Hello, today I will show you how to crochet this trendy ear flap hat. This is a classic ear flap hat. It is suitable for both men and women. This ear flap hat will fit a head circumference of approximately 56 to 60 centimeters. This is because the crocheted fabric is very elastic. The ear flap hat is crocheted with a ribbing pattern using front post and back post double crochet stitches. The ear flaps of my hat look like this. You can crochet and attach ties if you wish. Then the hat can be worn like this. Or like this. The stitch pattern used for the ear flap hat looks the same on both sides. Now I will show you the wrong side of the ear flap hat. Here at the back is the join for the rounds. I'm turning the hat right side out. This is how the join of the rounds looks on the right side. The crown of the ear flap hat looks like this. I crocheted the hat from top down, starting from the crown. I crocheted in continuous rounds from top down. Then I crocheted the back of the hat in turning rows. After that, I crocheted the ear flaps in turning rows. The final step, I crocheted the brim of the hat and then sewed it to the hat. Now I will measure the finished ear flap hat. From the crown to this part is approximately 19 centimeters. But you can adjust it to your needs. Here it's about 33 centimeters, and here too you can crochet more or less. That is, the hat can be made deeper. You can also change the width and height of the hat's brim as you wish. You can change the width and length of the ear flaps to your liking. So this is a transformer ear flap hat. Almost all details can be changed. I will be using this yarn. It's an Italian brand, Mondial yarn. Its composition is 50% merino wool, 50% acrylic. In 100 grams, there are 245 meters. I will be crocheting with 2 strands held together. You can use any other yarn. The main thing is that it should have approximately 250 meters in 100 grams or 125 meters in 50 grams. If I crochet with my yarn in a single strand, the hat will be smaller and thinner. You can crochet the hat with a 3.5 or 4 millimeters hook. I will be using a 3.5 millimeters hook. I'm starting to crochet. I'm making a magic ring. I'm crocheting 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. Inside the magic ring, I'm crocheting 11 double crochet stitches. I'm crocheting 11 double crochet stitches. Initially, while I'm making increases in the first few rounds, I will count the turning chain as a double crochet stitch. Therefore, after crocheting 11 double crochet stitches here, I also include the turning chain in the count, so I'll count them as 12 stitches in total. I'm finishing crocheting the double crochet stitches. Now I will recount the number of stitches crocheted to make sure everything is correct. Now I will pull this yarn tail to close the ring. To join the round, I crochet a slip stitch into the second chain stitch of the turning chain. I'm crocheting 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. Now I will crochet a round with increases. As I mentioned, I count the turning chain as a stitch. Now into these chain stitches of the turning chain, I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. Next, into the following stitch, which is here, I crochet a double crochet stitch. Next, into the double crochet stitch of the previous round, I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. And so I continue to crochet the round, double crochet stitch, front post double crochet stitch. Thus, 12 stitches of the previous round become 24 stitches. I crochet this way to the end of the round. I crochet a front post double crochet stitch and the round is finished. When you finish crocheting this round, double check if you have crocheted all the stitches correctly and if there are any mistakes. In this round, there should be 24 stitches including the turning chain. I have 24, all correct. I crochet a slip stitch. I'm crocheting 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. I crochet this round following the same principle as the previous one. Front post double crochet, then a double crochet stitch here, and so alternating I continue to crochet to the end of the round. Front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet. So I'm doubling the number of stitches again compared to the previous round. So in the previous round there were 24 stitches, in this round there should be 48. I continue to crochet this round. In this round there should be 48 stitches. I crochet a slip stitch. I will crochet the next round following the same principle as the previous one. I will double the number of stitches again. In the end I will have 96 stitches. So I crochet 2 chain stitches for the turning chain and a front post double crochet stitch. Double crochet. Be careful not to accidentally move to the neighboring stitch. Otherwise you will end up with fewer stitches. We crochet this way until the very end of the round. The round is finished. I crochet a slip stitch. I have finished crocheting the increase rounds. For now the crochet looks wavy. Don't worry, that's how it should be. I'm starting to crochet the next round. Please note that from now on, in all subsequent rounds, I will no longer count the turning chain at the beginning of each round in the total number of stitches. They will be counted as a back post double crochet stitch. Next, into the post stitch of the previous round, I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. Next, in the previous round, I have a double crochet stitch that is slightly hidden. Working into it, I crochet a back post double crochet stitch. Next, I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. So the raised stitches on the right side are crocheted as front post double crochet stitches. For the double crochet stitches of the previous round, which are slightly recessed, I crochet a back post double crochet stitch. So I alternate front post double crochet around the front post double crochet of the previous round and back post double crochet around the double crochet of the previous round. I crochet this way to the end of the round. At the end of the round, a front post double crochet stitch. The turning chains act as a back post double crochet stitch, slip stitch. 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. All subsequent rounds until I crochet the hat to the eyebrows, I will crochet exactly the same as the previous round. That is, the principle is this: front post double crochet, back post double crochet, and so I alternate to the end of the round. And so I crochet as many rounds as needed until the hat reaches the desired depth. When you try it on, it should reach about your eyebrows. Now my crochet looks like this. This is how the join of the rounds looks at the back. I have crocheted 17 rounds, but not from the beginning of the crocheting, but from the round where I stopped making increases. On the wrong side, it's from here. I crocheted 17 rounds without increases. You crochet as many as you need. The distance here is approximately 15 centimeters. I'm cutting the yarn. securing it. I'll weave in the end later. Next, I'll mark with stitch markers where the brim of the hat will be and where I will crochet the ear flaps. To do this, I will count the front post double crochet stitches and distribute the obtained numbers. I have 48 front post double crochet stitches. At the back, exactly in the middle, should be the joining point of the circular crochet. You can distribute the stitches by simply trying on the hat and marking how wide you want the brim and how wide you want the ear flaps to be. This is the beginning of my circular crochet. From here I counted 17 front post double crochet stitches. I marked the 18th one with a marker. I did the same on this side. I counted 17 front post double crochet stitches. I marked the 18th stitch with a marker. Between these markers I will crochet the brim of the hat. Now I will mark where the ear flaps and the back of the hat will be. You can also try on the hat and see where it would be most comfortable for you. I'm counting 3 front post double crochet stitches, and from this point I will start crocheting the ear flap. You can start crocheting from the first or second stitch. You can adjust this yourself. I will mark the third stitch with a different colored marker. Between these green markers, I will first start crocheting the ear flaps and the back of the hat simultaneously. Then I will continue crocheting the ear flaps separately. I'm starting to crochet the back of the hat between the green markers. I'm taking the working yarn and I start crocheting, but not from the front post double crochet stitch where the marker is, but from the back post double crochet stitch which is to the right of the marker. This way the edge of the hat will look neater. I secure the yarn and begin to crochet. I make 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. Now I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. Next I crochet all stitches in the usual way. That is, I crochet exactly the same, but not in a round, but in turning rows. I crochet until the next green marker. I crochet regular front and back post double crochet stitches. Here I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. At the joining point of the circular crochet, I crochet a back post double crochet stitch. Then I continue crocheting according to the pattern. I reach the second marker. Back post double crochet. Front post double crochet. And after the marker, I also crochet a back post double crochet stitch to make the crocheting symmetrical. So this row started with turning chains and we finish with a back post double crochet stitch. Now I make 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. I turn the work. From this side, the crochet looks almost the same as from the right side, only in mirror image. On that side it was a back post double crochet stitch. And from this side it is a front post double crochet stitch. Next is a back post double crochet stitch. I crochet it as a back post double crochet stitch. And I continue crocheting in the same way. Where I see a front post double crochet stitch on this side, I crochet it as a front post double crochet stitch. I crochet the entire row this way. I reach the end of the row. Here are the turning chains. On the right side they acted as a back post double crochet stitch. This means on this side I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. 2 chain stitches for the turning chain and I turn the work. Here the turning chains act as a back post double crochet stitch. So we start crocheting this round with a front post double crochet stitch. It turns out that crocheting this pattern in the round and in turning rows is almost identical. There is a slight difference when crocheting in turning rows only in the crocheting of the first and last stitches. Crochet the number of rows you need here so that the hat comfortably covers the back of your head. I have crocheted a total of 5 rows from the very beginning. From here to the end I have crocheted 5 rows. The crochet now looks like this. I have already marked the place with a marker where I will continue to crochet the ear flaps of the hat. The width of the ear flaps can be anything, so make them the width that is comfortable for you. My width, if only counting the front post double crochet stitches, is 11 front post double crochet stitches. I'll count again. The 11th post stitch is marked with a marker. I do the same on the other side. I'll double check and also mark the 11th post stitch with a marker. My circular crochet join is exactly in the middle. Now I'm starting to crochet the ear flaps of the hat. I start crocheting from the side where my working yarn is. I make 2 chain stitches for the turning chain, and then I crochet exactly the same way I crocheted the previous 5 rows, only with a smaller number of stitches. I start crocheting with a back post double crochet, then a front post double crochet, I crochet to the marker. At the same time I will crochet 1 more stitch so that the edge looks neat on the right side. I crochet a front post double crochet stitch, 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. I turn the work to the wrong side. Here I start crocheting with a front post double crochet stitch. The turning chains here act as a back post double crochet stitch. I crochet to the end of the row. Front post double crochet. I crochet a back post double crochet stitch around the turning chains. Next, you crochet as many rows as you want to achieve the desired ear flap length. At this point, I have crocheted 10 rows. The next row must be on the right side of the ear flap hat. In this row, I will begin to make decreases so that the ear flaps taper. All decreases will be crocheted on the right side of the hat. So I have crocheted a front post double crochet stitch, a back post double crochet stitch, and now I will make a decrease on this side. I crochet it as follows. I start crocheting a front post double crochet stitch, but I don't finish crocheting it. Now I crochet a back post double crochet stitch, but I also don't finish crocheting it. Now again a front post double crochet stitch. Now I pull the working yarn through all the loops on the hook. Then I continue to crochet as usual. I do this until the same number of stitches remain symmetrically, the ones from which we made the decrease and the stitches before the decrease. For now, I'm crocheting as usual. Back post double crochet. Now I will crochet a decrease. We do it in the same way as the previous one. I don't finish the front post double crochet stitch. I don't finish the back post double crochet stitch. I also don't finish crocheting the front post double crochet stitch. Now I pull the yarn through all the loops on the hook, and this is how I make a decrease. Back post double crochet. Now a front post double crochet stitch. The last back post double crochet stitch, which I crochet around the turning chains. I have crocheted decreases on both sides. The row on the reverse side is crocheted without any special features. I've crocheted the next row on the right side will have decreases. I make the decreases the same way. Front post double crochet. Back post double crochet. And now I will decrease these stitches, like this. Then I crochet as usual until I reach the next decrease. Here I crocheted a decrease. I crochet the return row as usual without decreases. In the next row on the right side, I again crochet decreases according to the same principle, then a row without decreases, and that's it. But you can crochet another row or several with decreases, then the tip of the ear will become sharper. Or you can crochet the entire ear without making decreases. Which you like more, decide for yourself. I cut the thread and pull it tight. One ear is ready. I crochet the second one exactly the same way. Now both ear flaps of the hat are ready. The next stage of crocheting is the brim of the hat. Here I will crochet a rectangle which I will then fold over and sew. I crochet everything standardly. I secure the yarn, make 2 chain stitches for the turning chain. I do this on the right side of the hat. I make these turning chains in the place of a back post double crochet stitch. Then into the stitch marked with a marker, I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. Next, I crochet in the standard pattern until the next marker. Into the stitch marked with a marker, I crochet a front post double crochet stitch. Next, I crochet a back post double crochet stitch. I do this for symmetry and to make the edge of the crochet neat. 2 chain stitches turn the work, and then I crochet the brim of the hat to the required size. Here I crochet 12 rows. You crochet the number of rows that you need. You can try it on during the crocheting process. Now the last step remains. I will be edging the ear flap hat. Here it's better to cut the yarn and secure it and start the edging somewhere from the back of the hat. Then the join will surely be as invisible as possible. I will just show the edging from this spot as an example. Here is the braid. I will continue to crochet, working not into the entire braid but only into the front loop. This one. I crochet a slip stitch into the front loop. Then I continue to crochet slip stitches into the front loop. I reach the corner. Here there is no longer a braid along the edge. Therefore I will crochet slip stitches simply along the edge of the fabric. I don't make any increases at the corner. The corner of the brim looks like this. Here I crochet slip stitches, simply working the hook into the edge of the fabric. I'm edging the hat with slip stitches. Now I have returned to the beginning of the round, and at this moment there is such a braid along the entire edge of the hat. Now I will crochet one more row. The first row, where possible, I crocheted slip stitches into the front loop. The second row I will crochet slip stitches into the back loop. I will crochet this part of the braid. This edging will look good on both sides. I'm edging the hat with slip stitches into the back loop. I'm finishing this row. I'm crocheting the last slip stitch. I cut the yarn. Now I'm weaving in the yarn, making the join as invisible as possible. The tail then needs to be hidden. And the hat is finally ready. All that's left is to weave in the ends, and I also need to sew on the brim of the hat. Here I have hidden the yarn ends and sewn on the brim. The ear flap hat is ready. Thank you for crocheting with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell to not miss new videos. See you in new videos. Bye!